Hey guys, in this video I am talking about influencers, specifically cannabis influencers, what they think, how they want to work, and how should you work as a brand. I'm talking with Jessica Golich. She's huge on TikTok in the cannabis space. So before we start, hit the subscribe button. If you like it, send to other people. Let's start. Hey guys, I have Jessica Golich.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Great having you here. So you're chilling in Joshua Tree. That's
Yeah,
good.
yeah, it's definitely been really nice to get away from some stimulus and reboot some creativity.
No, that's awesome. And
hmm
you're a creative person. You started as a music photographer, right?
Yeah, I actually started as a music journalist. I pitched a Craigslist ad that I found in 2016, January 2016, and I pitched a bigger opportunity from what the original pitch wanted. They wanted to look for more so like an entertainment writer that would cover musicians that were coming to predominantly Detroit. And I wanted to create a music section with that publication, and we did move forward with that. And that was my beginning.
Nice. And we're gonna talk today about cannabis and influencers in cannabis.
Awesome.
And you're one of those influencers in
I am.
cannabis, and you're doing a
I am.
great job. Um,
Thank you.
and first of all, platforms, your major platforms are IG and TikTok.
Yeah, and I'd currently say I was having this conversation earlier. I'd say TikTok is my prominent platform at the moment too.
Yeah, I think that TikTok is really, really great for the cannabis industry, mainly when you have so much push from Facebook and Instagram and Google and
Yeah,
YouTube.
yeah. I mean, yeah, and that leads because I mean, Facebook owns Instagram, and having them to have those legality, I guess, concerns in place has pushed a lot more cannabis influencers towards TikTok, and because that their algorithm's a lot more welcoming. And hey, if they're going to allow us to utilize that platform, we might as well.
Hell yeah, smoke them if you got them. You don't
hmm
have a million followers, but you have
Nope.
great core of followers.
And that's what's a key component. I always keep in mind that if I continue to nurture those followers and continue to nurture those relationships, even by having conversation with them casually, then I'm going to continue to grow as a brand as well. I notice that my engagement continues to grow when I have those conversations.
Nice. Now, if we're talking about engagement and for brands, engagement is more important and
It's
sales
everything.
is more
It's everything.
important. How do you maintain your integrity, and is integrity even important for you?
Yes, it's very important to me, and I think that's a good question to pose for for influencers because the integrity lies from my passion of wanting to work with that brand. I noticed that a lot of people will just sort of put like a smorgasbord of who they're working with, and at a point in my career so far, I did that, and I realized that me being more loyal will create more longevity with these brands and put more influence on people to spend for their bottom line, and which would create more opportunity for me.
So you think that it's better to have a longer relationship between one brand and an influencer than to just shoot all around and you get, vertical traction, but no traction at all.
True, because the traction isn't helping you. And you also have to keep in mind that these are mutual relationships that you're stepping into. So you want to make sure that you're fulfilled and taken care of, and your bottom line's taken care of as well. So if you're coalescing and the synergies there with the brand, it just works.
Yeah,
If you
synergy.
have the skill, if you have the skill set to be an influencer, because it's not just taking a photo and posting it. There's a lot of different things that you have to do to work towards getting that post out to more people.
Such as?
Such as, like I said, the fan accounts. That is so huge for me, and it always has been. Also, it's all making sure that you're supporting your fellow members in the community. You, the way that the cannabis community is set up, from my experience so far, everybody has been so benevolent and open. So having those conversations with fellow influencers will create more opportunity for you to be able to potentially work with the influencer and have two accounts of traction while having your account and their account. Say you pitch that to a brand, you have a double whammy there, so you're only winning.
The relationships are always based on money, or sometimes it's just a giveaway, or sometimes, and I know it from some of my work with influencers, which I actually didn't like to do.
Uh-huh.
It's like,
You've done a lot though. I've done some research on you and you've done a lot.
thank you.
Yeah.
So from, when some brands came to me to connect them with influencers in and out the cannabis industry, they suggested affiliates.
That's a common thing, a common approach to an influencer in the beginning with affiliate marketing. And I hope over time that continues to subside a little bit, because I think that's not giving the influencer opportunity to expand their business. Because I, you asked the question if it resorts back to money. In my position, fortunately, yes, it does. Moving forward with a brand, it has to be beneficial to me as well. To be able to provide the content for them, I need the tools to be able to do so.
What are the tools?
Tools is money and funding and having the product on hand. So if they're sending me the product, I need to pay for my photographer, who I have them on a monthly stipend. I have to pay for all of my lenses, all of my tools that I have, all of the tech that I have, all of the investing that I'm putting into anything that gets approved for Facebook and Instagram marketing. There's a lot of different pieces of the puzzle. If you really want to build a business and a brand through this, that you have to keep that in mind.
So let me be the devil's advocate. So why should I pay you that have, a professional photographer on a payroll and all that, when I can go to someone else and she just takes selfies with their phone?
I like that question, and this is where I'm going to step forward into a grounded perspective of who I've become. It more or less, the value that I provide is the audience demographic, and the audience demographic is what the brand is really looking for. I've spent so many hours, I have no idea, weeks upon end studying the cannabis industry and the prominent players, and ensuring that I'm attempting to build relationships with them, so these brands that see that they're following me as well have that value of knowing that they're going to see that as well.
Right. I think that you touched on one of the most important thing, and it's targeting. Influencers are actually people and human beings, and even if they don't want to be influencers, they can influence a very
True.
specific target audience. Uh, for instance, let's talk about, I don't know, totally different consumer goods. Let's talk about fashion, or jeans or whatever. So
Hmm.
if your brand sells jeans that are all about trend and being on trend, I
That'll last you
shouldn't,
3 months.
yeah, and I shouldn't be your influencer because I don't do trendy.
I like
So,
that. And that's a good perspective to approach with brands intuitively. I think that if the key awareness in building a business is self-knowledge as well. If you know yourself and what you are bringing to the table, you're not going to accept anything less. You're not going to put your value on the table to just anybody, for just anybody to grab. It has to coalesce with who you are.
so would you agree that the most important thing brands should look in influencers are the personality, the
Yes.
integrity?
We live in a day and age where you can build a page that really showcases who you are. And using the tools and all of that they have built into these apps, it only benefits you. So as you spend more time learning how to use these apps, I've been spending a lot of time teaching myself TikTok. Yes, I'm a verified content creator on there, but I'm no pro yet. So I have a lot of room to grow through that, learning through other influencers.
How do you generate sales? Okay, everything is about the bottom line. So
Yeah.
how do you generate sales for the brands you work with?
So back to affiliate marketing. Even though I am getting paid to do what I'm doing with brands, I still will have an affiliate market link. So for instance, I work with this brand called Thought Cloud, and their affiliate marketing, every time I do something for them, it'll raise their profit and it'll raise my pocket as well. I'm not a fan of only affiliate marketing whatsoever. And personally, I will not move forward with any brand if that was brought to the table, but that is a key component of being an influencer, is utilizing those affiliate marketing. Until another tool's in place, or something that I'm unaware of already.
What's the next step after being an influencer?
That's a good question. I think that right now, especially on TikTok, being an influencer can get you anywhere. TV shows are looking for different actors and actresses that are making day-to-day videos on TikTok. There's so many routes to take, but the route that I'm personally hoping to take, and the route that I desire to take, is collaborating with a cannabis brand to build out a product line, and I'm hoping that will be oozed.
That's very smart.
Hmm.
Very smart for both ends, of course.
Thank you.
When you started, what was the first gig? Did you the first gig
Ooze.
was to get paid, or the first gig was a giveaway?
It was a giveaway, and that is something I'm happy that I experienced young and was able to learn through. I did a couple of those in the beginning and realizing that it was only benefiting the brand, that I had to adjust and educate myself for a good 3 months before I put my best foot forward.
That's interesting. I actually think you shouldn't go with only one influencer.
Oh, you shouldn't. I think that variety is a spice of life. There's so many different ethnic cultures that are in different areas of being an influencer. Why not bring them all together? There was a brand that I was working with. That's cool that you brought that up in the beginning, that attempted to get us all photographed together, but we didn't live in the vicinity. I love that though. So you invested into all of us, plus you're going to invest into studio time and having us getting professionally photographed. We could use that content too.
The amount you invest is exactly what you think about your business. So if you have a business and you want to grow it, but you don't want to pay for it, why would anyone else would do that for a long term?
Exactly.
If you think
You
that you should pay me to create your brand $1,000 instead of $10,000, that means that you think that your product and brand worth $1,000 and not $10,000 or even more.
I completely align with that, and that to me is they also think that they're not going to get investment on return. I mean,
Return on investment.
a return on investment, because if you're putting in that $1,000 and that influencer, for instance, has 1 million followers, and even if you get 1.5 engagement from that, you're still getting traction, and that is going to hit your bottom line. And say you're building longevity with them, and you're working with them for like ooze a year. I'm providing at least one. I We've slowed down a little bit lately, but we're picking up now over the summer. But I'd say at least 11 or 12 permanent feed posts that are permanent on my page. So that's a landing page. Anybody that sees that are going to see the paid partnerships with Ooze.
As a marketer and a branding guy, I know that people don't like user generated content. They don't like stuff that they can feel that it's just branded content.
Yeah, and like, okay, for instance, a lot of influencers I see will just put ad, like we'll hashtag the ad prior to even talking and engaging with your community about what it's about. What is your initial subconscious perception if you see ad?
That it's an
I don't
ad.
want to look. It's an ad. I'm bored with it. I'm over it. I want the value. I want the eventual bottom line hit to be at the bottom of the caption. You know what I mean? The bottom line, the intention to add value to their bottom line to be at the bottom of the caption, because I want to ensure that I'm building their community and brand through the value that I bring with words as well, because that's part of being an influencer too. It's influencing through many different forms of art.
Which brings me again to differentiation. If I will see another company, cannabis company, that says that their product is the best,
I'm done. Like, why? To me, it's like, what? Okay, your product is the best, so how is that going to help me therapeutically? I need to know. You need to educate me on your product.
nice. Well, thank you so much for your time. It was really amazing.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I learned a lot as well.
Yeah, me too, which is
We'll
awesome.
definitely keep in touch.